On the next episode of Sips, Suds, and Smokes,
we're going to do a double brewery takeover.
The Ever Grain Brewing Company and Imprint Beer Company beers that we'll be trying today are the Furbizia Italian-style Pilsner.
Bravissima.
From Ever Grain Brewing Company. The Lulu French-style Saison, also from Ever Grain. And the final one from Ever Grain is the Everything is Better Witbier. And then the ones that we're having from Imprint Beer Company are the 2 IPA, the 3 to the third power, or 3 cubed power. I messed up on that one. The 3 to the third power, or the cubed triple dry hop. Oh yeah, it's a triple dry hop triple IPA.
Plus a couple of bonus beers if we have time.
we'll be right back after this break. Brought to you almost live from the Dude in the Basement Studios. Why? Because that's where the good stuff is. It's Sips, Suds, and Smokes with your smoking host, the good old boys. Suds, Suds, Suds. It's time for more Suds.
Hi.
Whoa.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
I
Came in a little hot
want to
there.
pull you in. I want you to feel comfortable. This is another Suds segment where, you know, we really take beer very seriously here.
Very serious.
Very seriously. And that's why most of our shows aren't very funny. It's because we're so focused.
Yes, it's not,
And we're so in the zone.
it's not the crappy writing.
And there are no squirrels around at all.
This is crazy talk.
That is because Dave's in like 90% of them.
Yeah. Seriously.
I'm one of your hosts, good old Gal Juliana, and joining me at this esteemed table today is good old Boy Caperton.
Who steamed the table?
Steam table. Steampunk.
Steampunk.
It's a healthy way to prepare punk.
It is, yes. The pores are clean.
Yeah.
It's between a lager and an ale.
Hello.
Good old Boy Sparky, hi.
Thanks once again for having me as part of my federal work release program.
Yeah.
This helps to certify all of my credits.
He has an ankle monitor.
Don't let us forget to sign your paper before
Yeah.
you
On the
leave.
way out.
Yeah.
Good thing you don't live near a school.
We're
man.
all about helping the government here.
Yes.
My court-appointed podcast.
Can you validate my parking?
That'll come later. Good old Boy Tim, hi.
Timmy, did you not do your homework?
Hi. Thanks for having me.
No, that he didn't
Yeah.
do his homework.
I didn't.
That's why
It's
it's
true.
been court appointed that he be here.
Didn't know the photosphere from a
No,
chromosphere.
I'm not down with homework. Weren't you at school
It's
long
just not
enough?
your thing?
Yeah. It's like a job. Like you have your time of my time, and I get my time.
Sure. You're
work,
above the
home.
homework, above the
He
law.
likes to keep
why I
work
quit
and home
school.
separated.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep the schoolwork at school.
Work-life balance.
Good old Boy Dave, hi.
None of you look like I would pick you for success.
Oh,
Ouch.
Really?
fair enough.
I mean, not wrong, but
I include myself in that.
Yeah.
truth
Fair
hurts.
enough.
Well, you know what? We're here. The bar is set low.
Yeah.
And we're going to rise above the
We're
expectations.
good enough.
And trip right over it.
Yeah.
Johnny Pico.
And you can't judge a book by its cover.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless it's a dirty book.
Unless it's like Mein Kampf. I think we know what's going to go on in that book.
50 Shades of Grey.
Pretty
You can
sure.
judge. You can judge away on that one.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
pretty easy to
went
figure that
right
one
in
out.
there.
Necronomicon.
Can you judge a beer by its can art? It's a serious question.
Oh.
I mean, you do. I do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do.
Just like wine labels.
and then
Yeah.
sometimes you're disappointed.
Remember the
Yeah,
brown
yeah.
notes? Anybody remember that
Oh,
beer?
I love
Oh, man.
Against the Grain.
Against the grain, yeah.
It's the worst.
Okay,
can
and
of
what
Did they
about
also make
Super
Citra
foul.
acid?
Yes, they absolutely
Yeah.
did.
Citra.
what
That's
about Kentucky Fried Chicken with the feathers?
With the feathers
yeah.
and stuff.
I
I never
mean-
got that one.
Oh, we had a bottle,
I
and it
bet.
shed.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it had actual feathers?
Oh, yeah.
had,
Like,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
it was
wax
tarred
side
and
of it.
It was
feathered.
like
I don't remember
waxed and
that.
feathered.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marketing.
But
you don't get that anymore.
okay, well, let's digress. Maybe we'll talk about some can art here today, but
Yeah, maybe.
we're going to do a double brewery takeover. How cool is that? The optimism,
He's been
folks,
there.
in
He's
this
done
room
that.
is overwhelming.
He's more of a 3 brewery takeover guy.
I'd like to see us successfully take over one brewery.
No, that's
Work our way up.
a
Nah,
good
I'm
one.
not doing it.
That's a good one.
Well, I recently went home to Pennsylvania. For those of you that don't know, I am a proud card-carrying member of that state.
It's weird. You never talk about it.
And if you've listened to this show for a while, you know I love showcasing new breweries from my home state. So I happened to be in Lancaster and went to a really cool package shop. And while I was there, I was introduced to these 2 breweries that we're going to talk about. Ever Grain from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, which is near Harrisburg, our county seat. And Imprint Beer Company from Hatfield, PA. Not Hatfield and McCoy, for those of you Southern boys that are thinking
I
that.
was like, I know Hatfield.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it
But
was.
You wanna be careful there.
Hatfield, near Lansdale, which
So even more inbreeding.
no.
Ouch.
Good old Lansdale.
Is that mining country still?
Slightly less.
Is that like
inbreeding?
Centralia?
How would you
It's
compare
just
the
north.
level of
It's just
inbreeding?
north of Philadelphia.
Where the dinosaurs went to die.
And the Lansdale exit for me on the turnpike, coming from Wilkes-Barre to Philadelphia, it was always the last one before I got to Valley Forge, and I always got excited because
Hang
then
a
I knew I
left.
was in Philly. Yeah. Okay. So, quick shout out to the beer and beverage shop
Yeah.
in Lancaster because they were very, very helpful.
Helpful
Anyways,
folks.
Down here we say Lancaster.
Lancashire.
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 Lancaster.
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 Langster. I
Lancashire.
say Langster.
probably Lancaster. All right. Good old boy Dave, why don't you tell us a bit about these 2 breweries?
Here comes the reading.
Here we go.
All right. For Imprint, it was established in 2018. We craft unique and creative beers from hazy IPAs to lusciously thick stouts to mind-melting fruited sours.
Melting.
My brain is
Starburst.
melting. Our Hatfield tasting room, now open to everyone except McCoy's, for on-site pours, is directly adjacent to our 15-barrel Quality Tank Solutions brew house. Like, nice name drop. We offer beers, hard seltzers, and coffee
it's
to go.
essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. From our Hatfield Brewery and our Pottstown. I bet I know what they sell in Pottstown storefront.
There's a lot of good breweries.
There's
in
an older
Pottstown.
brewery in Pottstown, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's been around for a second.
Or is that Pottsville? Actually,
I don't
that's
know, but I hear
Pottsville.
reggae music.
Either way, we recently co-developed a dedicated and exclusive food
pots.
program. Cantina Rabo serves
Rambo.
gastropub farm with flair. What?
Fairs with flair.
Fair with flair. That's
Fair
a
with
stupid-
flair.
Fusion street tacos, eclectic flatbreads, gastronomic sandwiches. That makes my stomach
I was
hurt.
sad that it wasn't
And
electric.
appetizer. Check us out at
Appetizers.
canvas.com. Okay.
Okay. Enough of that.
For Ever Grain, looking to embark on a new adventure. Lifelong friends Norm and Larry.
Norman Larry.
That's a great lifelong friend.
They sound like
these
two
guys.
guys who would be friends forever because nobody
I
else
like
likes
these
them.
guys
Opened
already.
the doors to Ever Grain Brewing Company in Camp Hill, PA in 2016. Why a brewery? Well, why the hell not? Their friends would ask. Well, the new adventure had to connect the things that inspired them most. Community, uncapped creativity, and of course, beer. When Norm and Larry dream, they dream big. And that's in all caps, folks. Big. Now you can enjoy their vision in their 10,000 square foot tap room and sip on beers straight from the 20 hectoliter brew house.
20
That's
barrel.
20 barrels. Thank you. With an open floor plan, guests can view the brew house and all its shining glory while sipping on a pint of the 75 foot bar, complete with string lights.
What?
Germans. Wow, they went all out with the string lights. All right, good job, boys.
You guys.
Rustic yet refined.
German style picnic tables. Have they exposed any wood? And 2 garage doors to bring in fresh air and
Refined
sunshine.
rustic.
The tap room's atmosphere is warm and inviting. The farm, at our privately owned farm, this is another people's farm, man.
Farms.
We will be
Farms are a
featuring
big thing.
100% oak fermented. Now they're really getting into something here.
Okay.
100% oak fermented culture and lambic style beers, along with storing and creating hundreds of barrels and beers. We will also be growing and producing an assortment of local ingredients such as vegetables, fruit, and marijuana. Oh, I'm sorry. That says honey to utilize in our daily operations and brewing process. Wow. There is
Okay.
no marijuana growing at their farm.
Okay.
That we are aware of.
In
Right.
case there are any federal officials.
Nudge, nudge. Wait, no, I'm just kidding.
What kind of
Okay.
honey is
Good job, Larry and Norm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Make your
That's
dream
cool.
a reality.
And that
Okay.
was Ever Grain, right?
Evergreen.
Okay. The other one is
Imprint.
Imprint. And they have some really cool can art.
We will get to that.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we will.
Spoiler
get to that.
alert.
Try it.
Yes. Yes. Speaking can art. Okay. Good old boy Tim, why don't you give us today's lineup?
Yeah, Tim.
Oh, yeah, sure, I will. The Ever Grain Brewing Company and Imprint Beer Company beers that we'll be trying today are the Furbizia Italian-style Pilsner
Bravissima.
from Ever Grain Brewing Company. Fanta. The... I don't speak French or Italian. The next one is
Or
French.
English.
Or English, yeah. Or the Lulu French-style Saison, also from Ever Grain. And the final one from Ever Grain is the Everything is Better Witbier. Nice pun there.
See what they did there?
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Get a little click, click. Ding, ding, ding.
I give you
that one.
Yes,
Okay.
there it is.
And then the ones that we're having from Imprint Beer Company are the 2 IPA. 2 is in the number 2.
Hope
The
it's not a number 2.
3 to the third power, or 3 cubed power. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I messed up on that one. The 3 to the third power, or the cubed triple dry hop. Oh, yeah, it's a triple dry hop triple IPA.
It's a big 3 and a little 3. How did you screw that up?
well,
Tree.
math. I don't know.
It's been a second since that class.
Yeah, and I guess that's actually all that we're going to
How
have.
big's a hectoliter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus a couple of bonus beers if we have time.
Oh, okay. So we'll see if we have time for the bonus beers. The cube, the 3 cubed might take us too far. That's 27.
Hard to
I think it's
find.
27.
That's outside the
Hard
realm
to find
of-
good help these days,
Wow,
folks.
it is. It is. Okay, of note, the Evergreen website is kind of nice, and their food selection looks really, really yummy. I could see how them being like really farm to table.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you check out their website, it's really beautiful. And flip side to that, Imprint, it's like Rob Zombie. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone. So we're going to do a dueling double brewery takeover today.
Dueling double.
Yeah, say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
But first up, we're going to go to Evergreen in Camp Hill. And the first beer that we're going to talk about is the Furbizia Italian.
Scusi, Babidi Boopy? Che cosa?
A cosa.
Of course. This is a 4.95% ABV dry hopped Italian Pilsner to pair with all your risotto, gnocchi, and pizza. Fermented cold, dry hopped, and aged for an extended period. This one is herbaceous, semi-dry, and endlessly crushable in the dog days of summer, which we are in right now, by the way.
Hey, you know what we haven't done?
You know what would be good right now?
Oh my gosh.
Some Suds ratings.
Sorry. I was
my
so
descriptions of
exciting
the
about
beer
the
got everyone so
She's
excited.
so fired up. She
Oh my
skipped
gosh.
right over.
We blew right
the
past-
most important portion.
And I'll just go ahead and tell you that
please.
we will be discussing and rating these beers with the highly technical Suds ratings, plus our patented signature belching sounds. Here are those ratings as follows. Anyway, a rating of 1, that sucks. Give me anything but a bud. A rating of 2, was that a belch? A rating of 3, what a relief. A rating of 4, a body should not make that sound. And the highest rating, the hallowed 5. Listen to that hang time, brother. Give me another. There we go. Phew. Now that's out of the
Thank
way.
you
Wow.
for making things right.
Look, the team that came up with those ratings, we have to put those in.
That's right.
I know.
We're contractually obligated.
There's a format we've got.
I don't think the listener would have understood what we meant.
Yeah, what do you-
by
what
it
did they
before.
talk
No,
about?
you're
The
absolutely right.
ratings
You're
team
absolutely
Could have been
has that
backwards.
locked
One
in.
could have been the best, and 5
Yeah,
could have been the
that's
worst.
True. That's true.
Okay.
Okay, now let's drink some beer because I'm excited.
Okay. Herbaceous Italian Pilsner.
Yes.
Furbizia
It smells pretty clean.
Italian Pilsner.
Yeah,
It's a little floral.
Clear.
When I first read this, I thought it was a crunky, dry hopped Italian Pils, but it's crispy.
Do you feel like you got crunk?
Oh, man.
I think that's the new trend. The crunky boy.
That is.
Have a little crunky boy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Getting cranky
That's
with
what
it.
they call the 10%ers.
To go along with your glizzy.
Captain Crunky.
You can't say Clizzy on the radio.
You just did.
Oh, we said it twice.
I'm liking this
Dadgummit.
beer. I'm liking
This is
it.
so
this
nice.
is
I like it.
tasty.
Nice.
This is summer.
This is
Yeah,
summer.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
a good thing it's still 90 degrees outside.
little floral.
It works out great.
It does have a nice little floralness.
Little
a
herbaceous for sure.
Subtle
Yeah.
dry hop
Yeah.
going on.
And
No,
then,
but
then
it-
it finishes.
Yeah, and it's done. And it's no fuss, it's no muss. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's
no off
sequential.
flavors.
Easy drinking.
No,
I mean, this is what I'm
no.
drinking these days. I don't know about you
Yeah.
all, but
No,
sure.
This is great.
4.95%. This
Yes.
is right in my
ring.
Yeah.
Sign me
Yeah.
up.
You know, you mentioned gnocchi. I've been making that like a lot this year. It's really not hard to make. I don't make any other pasta, but gnocchi is like
say,
super.
though.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Well, it's just a,
Gnocchi.
yeah.
Potatoes.
It's just potatoes and ricotta and then a little bit of Parmesan. But that's it. Gnocchi and some flour and an egg. But it's like super easy to just like do that together. But I would love right now. I have this amazing penne al vodka sauce that I use. Well, it's an olive vodka sauce, so it's a spicy. I usually do it with penne, but sometimes I do it with gnocchi. And I would love to just
There you
That
go.
would be
this and that together. The spiciness, cutting with this. Why are we not doing that right now?
you got
I
the-
failed you all. I'm sorry.
You
Get your butt in the kitchen right
It's
now.
hard for me to
Yes, sir.
not think of anything else now.
I know,
while
right?
Tasting
I wish
this.
we
This is
had a
really-
lot more of this. This was very tasty. Good job, Julie, bringing this back.
Yeah.
This is pleasant. I mean, and I think is it safe to say that this year kind of was the year of the Pilsner and the
every
easy
year
drink?
is-
Yeah, I hear
Well,
that every
but I
year,
mean-
so I'm a little tired of hearing it. But
What
I'm
was-
just going to drink my Pilsners and enjoy them and not care what year it
Right,
is.
right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, don't
I'm
try
with
to-
I'm with Tim.
Yeah.
It's like this is the 2022s, man. No,
Yeah.
nothing matters. It's
Okay.
all good.
Do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah,
And
it's all
I'll
good.
be over here having some
that's
crispy
what you-
boys.
Yeah.
But there have
Yeah.
been, I've noticed that this style has
I think you're
not
right there,
been
Julie, yeah.
neglected.
Yeah.
The Italian
Yeah.
Pilsner.
Yeah.
When I was a bartender, we had Peroni.
Yeah, Peroni and
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh god,
Yeah.
what's the M? There's another one that begins with an M.
oh, yeah. And they have a red.
Moretti?
I think.
No, it's not Moretti.
Peroni. No. Man, I'm
I
embarrassed.
like the Italian style.
And I
Pilsner,
think
though. I do.
Does anyone like what? I think the Italian just means it's dry hop with some
it's
European
yeah,
variety.
right, right.
That's
right.
it.
So
I think we discussed that previously on the show.
Did we?
I think so.
We've had at least
Like I
one
said,
other Italian
one made
Pilsner
it
on the show.
Italian, and I think that was.
Well, I think we
that
did
was
a Pilsner show or something. I don't know. That's the problem
This
with
is
a beer
good
show.
though.
'cause you
Very
just drink a lot of
good
beer.
from the
Very tasty.
Ever Grain Brewery.
Ever Grain.
And they didn't overdo the dry
in,
hops, you know. It's
No, it's dialed in.
very balanced.
McCoy, Pennsylvania.
I just want to tell you,
No,
Rudy,
this
with
is
this.
Camp Hill.
Is this in the
yeah,
county
whatever.
seat?
Jeez Louises.
Near the county.
Oh, it's near the county
well,
seat.
near the
I got
state
touched
seat,
in
I
my
should
county
say.
seat once.
Okay. Wow. We're not going to go there. But
We are going to
McClizzy?
rate this beautiful Pilsner a 5, though.
Okay.
Sparky just dirtied up the whole show.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Now let's talk about Lulu.
Lulu.
Yes, Lulu.
The
Like the singer?
French style saison.
well,
My
yes.
stepdad's from Paris. No big deal. He taught me how to say croissant.
You're going to hear a lot of that when you go
Yeah, I hope
overseas.
That was a real
Yeah.
quote, and not a satire.
I did ask the person leading the group, the international group, like, is it okay to refer to them frites as freedom fries? I'm not sure what the things are. And I was told very quickly that I would be,
Shut
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
That you're banned.
Yeah.
Yes.
It happens a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Sure. Well, this is a 6%
Banned once
ABV
again.
rustic Saison brewed with a base of Pilsner and wheat malt, and then added select hop varieties and fermented with an expressive Saison strain with notes of lemon peel, springtime buds, take that as you will, black pepper, and crackly mineral water.
I can believe pretty much all those things.
Crackly mineral water.
Yeah.
You know, this is interesting because I was really kind of getting like Saison-y kind of stuff out of this, but
Yeah. As
Cold,
say-
fermented cold, which is kind of a catch there for a Saison lover like me.
You should ferment it a little bit warmer.
You should let it warm up. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you detect the minerality though in this?
I don't know that I detect a lot of minerality, but I do taste the yeast.
Maybe
and
a little, yeah.
And I think I wonder why pro brewers do the cold fermenting of Saison sometimes. I really do. I've not discussed this with any of these guys, but I think they're just so used to doing ales that they can't make their
They don't want to adjust their gear.
they can't make their brain
Wrap around.
wrap around a 80-degree ferment or something like that. But I think you do hold back a lot of the it's weird that they use the words expressive, because I think you hold the yeast back when you ferment it cold.
Unless
like
they
that.
have a really strong Saison yeast to
Right.
counteract the fact that they are cold
I think they're trying to
fermenting.
avoid some of the things that just come along with Saison yeast, like bubblegummy flavors and stuff
Yeah.
like that. you know.
Are you just saying it was cold fermented? 'Cause
It says it here, Tim, doesn't it?
No, that was the Pilsner was.
I read the wrong one, and I thought this was
I read
supposed
the
to be
wrong
an
one.
This
NEIPA.
is just fermented with an expressive Saison.
So this is
No.
just expressive, so it's not cold fermented.
Well, I mean,
I didn't realize this was a
you're-
Saison, and when I drank it, so this tastes like a Saison because it's a Saison.
we were waiting for the next part of that.
it actually
comment.
tastes.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
Sparky
Yeah.
thought there was like a
It's
really
actually-
jacked up
I'm
NEIPA.
better. I feel better knowing that it wasn't cold fermented, because
I mean,
I
who
was
knows-
like, I
who
don't
knows
think,
what
I don't know what
temperature?
they. Yeah,
Because you are right. I think a lot of
pro
people
brewers.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think maybe they're just concerned and
yeah,
take the safer route. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do get like a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one.
plenty of pepper out of this one, yeah, and definitely the minerality of it for certain. Strangest NEIPA I've ever had. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, if you
Sure.
said there was a little rye in here,
Yeah.
I would say yeah, I taste it. But I guess that must just be the expressive.
It's a good
Saison
drinking
yeast.
beer, though. It's
Yeah.
good.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Does it pass the Saison, Mr. Saison?
Oh, for sure.
Saison
For
test?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you find it acceptable? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I drink this.
And I'm thinking that Lulu might be a
Lulu
dog.
Might be a dog.
A Frenchie? That is a Frenchie.
yeah.
God, those poor inbred, disastrous animals. God love them.
They're still so cute.
They're adorable.
Yeah.
They are.
Can't beat them.
One of our friends said, since it's French, it's probably a diastatic yeast. One of our friends we were discussing earlier always
Indeed.
gets hung up on diastatic yeast.
Yeah. Keep it away.
It's really nice though. And $3.25 a can for the Pilsner, $3.75 a can.
There you go.
For the,
This guy getting paid to drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
God
You know?
bless them for passing
Yeah.
the savings back to America.
Yeah.
I mean that like French Saison, Belle Saison, yeast is definitely diastatic.
Yep.
Diastaticus. So maybe
Dries out really nice.
the Frenchie with the French yeast makes a French Saison.
How crazy is it? Like if you had said 10 years ago that you could get a decent American-made Saison in a can.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, right.
What?
At near the county seat.
Near the
I don't have-
right.
Pennsylvania.
I don't have this.
It might have,
Pennsylvania.
it might have come right out of the county seat. There's a possibility that.
It's a definite possibility.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the capital. I keep wanting to refer to it as county seat because, like here in Nashville, I keep hearing that phrase, for Nashville. But
Oh, is that a
Harrisburg
Nashville
is our
thing?
capital.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me clarify that. But another really, and so these are two just very beautiful and simplistic and well executed beers.
Yeah,
right?
no complaints.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Larry and
And
Norm
they're
are like,
pretty
wow.
different.
Nothing-
they're
Very different styles.
Yeah.
Nothing
I mean,
gimmicky going on
Different
here.
equipment,
you know?
everything about it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not less.
Can-
Let's have their-
good beer is a gimmick, but but nothing
Where's
gimmick.
the where's the NEIPA with Fruit
Yeah.
Loops?
Yeah.
no
It's
strata.
coming. It's
Okay,
coming.
good.
Strata.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to keep the lights on too. Let's be honest.
So,
That's true.
Well, my other question though,
Yeah.
the people of this area of Pennsylvania, do you think they would grab it? Like that Pilsner is a very classic style.
They would crush that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Do you
I think
think-
so because there's a lot of Quakers in that area too, and there's a lot of Pennsylvania still has a lot of like immigrant towns where
You're right,
you still have things segregated. I mean, like I can go back home to Scranton and I still know where the Irish section is. I still know
Yeah.
where the Italian section is. I mean, Pittston is still very Italian. Like.
Lots of
Interesting,
lots
yeah.
of-
Enclaves.
I mean, there's a little, there's
Lots of
German
body hair,
communities.
yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
yes,
everywhere.
yes. Pennsylvania hasn't. I mean, yes, things have evolved and changed, but
Yeah, of
there's
course.
still the essence of that there. Anyways, so what are we going to rate this beautiful beer? We are going to rate it a 4,
Yeah.
Nice.
and that's for Lulu.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
played
The
with it.
Saison.
Obviously,
Give
they
Lulu some belly
probably monkeyed around with the water chemistry. You think? on
Yeah,
that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially get that minerality and there's no
Crackly,
question.
yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, you
but-
can't make regular water crackle.
Right.
Well, I
Well,
think if I know my.
It's like
Gee,
when they moved.
If I know my geography well, I think the Susquehanna is going through.
Oh,
Didn't everyone sort of complain when they moved Rolling Rock production out of
That's
Latrobe.
right, because
Latrobe
it-
and then
Yeah.
didn't bother the water chemistry at all.
yeah.
Yeah, it is this. It is the mighty Susquehanna that is running through.
And that just flows
The
right out of the
mighty.
county seat, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, right
yeah.
through it,
Whole
right
seat.
through
That
it.
water's a
You're-
little
you're
muddy,
getting all wet.
you
You're getting those
know.
pants
Just
wet.
a little north. Of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, water gets a little muddy when it flows.
Turn
out of
left
that
at the
county.
cow.
Lancaster? I've never been to Lancaster,
oh gosh.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Well, anyways,
What are you looking
the
up? What are you
Susquehanna
doing?
I'm trying
the
to
mighty
be, I'm trying-
Susquehanna.
Kind of like maps
Hey,
and
look,
stuff.
we have called it
I'm
mighty
gonna
Susquehanna for years because
Do you
that
tube down there,
because
or-
that thing will
flood.
It'll get you.
It will.
It'll
Yeah.
get you.
Because it comes from New York around the Binghamton area, and when you have an early thaw, like
Yeah, yeah.
you honestly do worry about flood stage, and
Yikes.
especially in Wilkes-Barre, we've had a few.
What do you call those mud boots? What do you call
Mud
those
bugs?
things?
Rubbers?
Those black boots. Do they have a little funny name for
Waders?
muck boots or something?
Oh yeah, Muck.
Muckaluk?
That's a brand.
Muckluk?
I bet,
Yeah, Muckluk is a brand.
I bet they got those bad boys.
Wow,
that
this
area.
is a
I
really...
just always had my Chippewas, but
Muck,
that's just me.
mucka.
Okay.
Okay.
How about we have a Birawa?
All right.
High waters?
So
Throat drying up.
I think it's
Davy
story
Thirsty.
time.
Do we okay if we have
Is
time
it
for a
story
story?
time.
It's
Very
I
titillating.
think it's time for a story.
I like stories.
Okay.
Take it away, Timmy.
Timmy, tell us a story.
Tim off.
Yeah, well, why don't we hear about the Ohio tree trimmer who is expected to survive after suffering 20,000 bee stings.
Whoa!
What?
Sweet baby
20,000.
Jesus.
He's going to survive. So
That's an estimate. Okay, it's an estimate.
Hey, I doubt they counted. I mean, the man's mother said he felt like a porcupine following the frightening attack.
Gosh.
I guess she was
No doubt.
feeling the welts.
It probably only felt like 17,000, though. I heard you can only feel the first 17,000.
Yeah, it's sort of like IBUs in a really...
Yeah, after the first
High.
100, you're done.
Yeah. So this Ohio man, he now, thankfully, he's awake from a coma. He went into a coma
Good.
after he suffered, quote unquote, at least 20,000 bee stings last week.
That's a
This
lot.
poor man, Austin Bellamy, 20 years old. Wow. 20.
Young,
That's a
young dude.
That's a way to start.
Hey,
your-
you know what? He's coming out of it, though.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll buy you a beer when you turn of age. He was a tree trimmer. He's in a tree trimming branches with his.
This is not even
That's how they get you.
Yeah, this wasn't even his job. He
Yeah.
was just helping grandma.
No, actually, it wasn't even his job. You're right. He was with his grandma and uncle helping him out because didn't want to make grandma climb that tree. And he, quote unquote, unknowingly cut a bee's nest.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Quote,
Seems like you
quote
would've
unquote.
seen-
Unknowingly,
Seems like you would have seen some
It's a little
bees
debate.
like around.
Hey, guys, watch this.
I think grandma would be very upset if he knowingly cut a bee's nest.
Yeah.
But yeah, he started to cut them. And the bees just started coming out. And as grandma said, he was hollering, help me. And nobody would help him, she said.
No. Who's going to run into a big cloud of bees?
I mean, she was one of the two people available to help him. So and she said nobody.
She said, son, live free or die. You're on your own.
Yeah, well, quote from her, she says, I was going to try and climb the ladder to get Austin. I seen how high he was, but I couldn't get to him because I was surrounded in bees.
oh, yeah.
I mean,
They'll do that.
yeah, they do.
They swarm.
They swarm. That's what I
They
hear.
swarm.
There's a
That's
guy
their-
on the TikTok that's
Yeah.
that's a bee guy in Arizona or somewhere.
Well,
it's,
I mean,
it's pretty fascinating.
Don't
stuff.
think the grandma just got out of it clean. No, her and the uncle were also attacked by the bees.
Oh,
but,
no.
but less than 20,000.
10,000.
Not in a coma.
Not as bad as Austin. And Austin got stuck with some 1-inch stingers.
What kind of bees?
Sounds like hyperbole.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't know.
that's savage.
That doesn't
mean,
seem right.
Is anyone
1-inch
familiar with Ohio
stinger.
bees? Are they?
Are those
There.
Africanized
Yeah,
bees?
must be like the murder.
Those are actually
the murder
smaller,
hornet.
but they're
big,
meaner.
They got the big stinger, though.
Murder bees.
Well, I mean, it was so bad that they had to airlift him. They couldn't drive him there. And so Grandma said, when I rubbed his head on Friday before they airlifted him here, he felt like he was becoming a porcupine. That's how pokey they were.
That's the worst.
So they, I read that story too, and they actually had to get bees out of his airway.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
He suffered kidney
swallowed.
failure.
Yeah.
And he had,
Inhaled a few.
Inhale-
failure?
Yeah.
but they said he would fully recover.
So
I'm never doing yard work again. I think that's God's
no
way
reason.
of saying.
Good reason.
Yeah.
Especially let the
let
pros
nature do its thing.
especially
Yeah.
not in Ohio.
20,000 bees.
Let the pros take
How big
over.
would a beehive have to be to have that many
Well,
damn bees
yeah.
in it?
How do you
Big
miss
enough to
that?
be
We'll return in
mistaken
just
for
a
a
brief
limb.
minute. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us after that interesting story time. I will never look at honey the same.
We're thinking about you, Austin.
Yeah, man.
Hang in there, bro.
Get well soon.
Wow.
Stay out of trees. Make
I
grandma go up
mean,
there.
you talk about like war heroes and stuff. He's a war hero.
For sure.
Yeah.
He is.
Austin Bellamy.
Well, let's be real though. He was the invader. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, he was just a soldier told to go up there, just like the bee. You know,
Yeah.
the queen bee grandma had Austin
So
climb up
really,
that tree.
this is grandma's fault. If we're gonna blame anybody, this is grandma.
She had no idea.
Well, or did she?
She
It didn't say
had-
she, quote unquote,
She didn't go
unknowingly
up there
sent
and tell him
up.
to
Yeah.
cut
She
into a
was like,
beehive.
she didn't tell him not to.
She must-
Austin, don't you cut that beehive?
I reckon I will.
That wasn't in the story. I'm just
He
saying.
was too far up there.
All right.
Oh boy.
We should probably
Okay.
drink a beer.
Yeah, I think we need to. I think we need to drink a beer and raise it in honor of him.
Well,
Okay.
everything is better with
With
Exactly.
beer.
Everything is better with beer.
But,
This is a 6.3%, 100% naturally carbonated for smooth mouthfeel. Brewed with unmalted wheat and Belgian yeast and orange peel, coriander, and lemongrass for an added twist.
That's the first thing that smacked me in the face was the lemongrass. Like everything else, it's a balanced wit beer, like just standard classic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But man, that lemongrass really stands out.
It does.
It does. It does. But I'm not mad about it.
No, not at all.
No.
But that is an interesting twist, and it absolutely is the number one defining note.
Yeah.
But I definitely taste the base beer underneath there.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
the coriander and the orange peel and all that stuff.
I don't usually like wit beer, but this one's pretty good.
I'm with you.
This one,
I feel that way too.
yeah. So the thing that I'm enjoying about Ever Grain is these are classic styles that maybe some of them a little bit underrated more so than others.
Yep.
Some, and the thing is that they're all simple to make, but can go so wrong so quickly.
Yeah.
And they're really, I mean, all of them are enjoyable,
Well
and you
done.
can get each one of these for under $3.50.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I mean,
$3.50.
this one's really like we were talking about the Pilsner was like a crusher for summer day. I mean,
Yep.
sitting out in the sun, this one would be delicious too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take this over any other wit beer for sure. I mean, it's just that nice little hook with the.
I mean, except Blue Moon.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I was gonna say, like, if only there was an orange slice to throw on the top of this.
Wow.
They didn't go crazy with the coriander, though.
No, which
is
is
That's something
I
a
mean,
lot of people go
which
overboard
happens,
with.
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is another well balanced,
Real solid beer, man.
And for those of us from Kentucky that really like our wheater bourbons, you're really gonna like this beer.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
little mouthfeel.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we are going to rate this beer. Oh, everyone's raising up the fours, so we're gonna rate this one a 4.
All right.
Not many wit beers I would give a 4 to.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now we go to number 2.
I do think that
Number
lemongrass was
2.
nice, though. It fit in there nicely.
It jumped right out, but it was nice.
It jumped right out. Yeah, I guess it.
Like
I guess
those
it
bees.
Was. Yeah, like
Just like all
Man,
20,000.
too
So, Tim, you said you're kind of like me. Wit beer's not your favorite. What is it that usually throws you off on wit beers?
That's a good question. I put American Hefeweizens in that category too, that I generally don't go crazy over. I do think part of it is like the heavy wheat contribution.
That could be. Yeah.
This
What about
beer,
like Hoegaarden?
I mean, I remember Hoegaarden was one of like my craft intros. You know, a friend liked it before I really knew it was. Maybe they're not even craft to be honest, but like beer that wasn't bad American light lager. Right. And I did enjoy it then. I don't know the last time I've had a Hoegaarden to be honest, but I don't know because I do like the orange peel, the coriander thing. I think it's the yeast expressions.
They get a little samey, too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
Because everybody kind of stays close to
I think it's like I tend to get. I think it's the wheat, but I think also people tend to overdo some of the coriander and some of the yeast components that just come out and they don't really.
And
it's all supposed to be in balance with each other. That's the whole point.
And a
of
lot
it,
of times it's not.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely.
They want the orange peel to stand out of the coriander.
Right.
Sure. And then they fight with each other, and then you're just
But yeah, this one, like that one was balanced and incredible.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Imprint now.
We've definitely changed.
I can
breweries.
smell this beer.
Yeah, I know for sure. Not a problem there.
So the first beer that we are going to talk about from Imprint is the 2 IPA, which is their second anniversary hazy IPA with Citra, Mosaic, Strata, and Simcoe. 8.5% ABV. So we're climbing up.
Well, that's a big.
So and this
dog.
is,
Is it
I mean,
the Simcoe nose?
is it 2 IPA because it's a double IPA, or is it still listed as an IPA? Because man, this is a
their
boozy
second
beast.
anniversary.
This is a double dry hopped,
Oh, okay.
double IPA.
Okay, there we go. All
But
right.
it is their 2-year anniversary. And of note, if anyone
art,
ever, I mean, this is Rob Zombie like all
That's
the way.
nice.
Like he would be so proud.
Sort of horror
Don't let Rob
comics.
Zombie find out.
Rob Zombie combined with Mad Comics.
Yeah.
And like maybe a little guar thrown
Yeah,
in, maybe
yeah.
for good.
Sell your sister
This is
to
a
Boy.
gigantic beer, though.
It really is. It's beastly.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
going on.
Well, it's pretty sweet too.
Very
Yeah.
sweet. Very sweet.
Oh, this aroma is gorgeous, though.
It is, but I feel like if you have more than one of these, you would have the most painful, hangover headache of all time.
There's absolutely, this is a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
Even a pint of this by yourself.
I think we're getting the right amount. Like, maybe a little bit more,
a quarter of a pint and you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's delicious. It's delightful. I just imagine that pounding one of these all by myself would be, woof.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
It'd make your stomach hurt.
It's really sweet. Really
They're
good.
not afraid of using the hops, and they're not afraid. Like, I mean, this is a metal band, punk band type of,
a little, surly, like in the old days.
It's going to be some sword play after a few days.
Totally.
Three Floyd action.
No, this is completely
exactly.
non-apologetic. But you know what? There's something to be said for that.
Yeah. They're metal, but the cans are not all black. You know, I feel like
the lids, the tops are.
They are actually, which is rare.
Huge hops though. Big, gigantic in your face.
Does it feel balanced to you?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. I think it's the sweetness.
I'm not sure it's supposed to be.
But I don't think it is either. I think they were going for something very specific here, which is brash and.
Yeah.
This is our 2-year anniversary, so suck it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially on your 2-year anniversary beer, it's not a flagship. Go crazy. Do whatever you want.
Right. Yeah, totally. So, what are we going to rate this Big Bad Daddy? A 3? Yep, we're gonna rate it a 3.
It's good beer. I don't think you could drink a lot of it.
No,
and it's interesting. It's not like I really enjoy going on the flavor journey with it, but I feel like if I drink a pint of it, I would be crawling.
Yeah. Just try it out a little more. It'd be a little more.
Yeah. Just knock a little bit.
Now we're about to drink the triple, right?
Well, yeah. So now the next one. Okay, so
God.
Imprint is known for their IPAs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is 3 to the 3rd. You know.
Okay. See, this is better.
Power.
Now this one is
Really?
9.4% ABV, triple dry hop, triple hazy with 3 malts, 3 hops, and 3 yeasts.
Wow.
Jeez
Yes.
Louises.
Okay.
And that third yeast is the one that dried it out a little bit and made it not too sweet. Bam.
Nice. When I was reading the name, I thought it was going to be 3 to the 3rd power dry hopped. Sure. And I was really intrigued, and I want to know what a power dry hop would be. It's not that.
It's when you shove the hops in there.
Yeah, it makes me want
Get in there.
you just maybe build up some pressure and just.
This is super dank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's
It smells like one of the stores I was just in California.
There's a lot of
But this
With
is
a green cross on it.
It's
as a medical-
creamy
as a medical
and it's
place.
forest.
He's got a lot of glaucoma.
Pardon?
It's a creamy forest.
Yeah.
A creamy forest.
It really smells just like.
That's not a really good picture.
Was this from Pottstown?
Pottstown, yes.
Okay, it smells.
No,
it
wait,
smells like
Hatfield.
Pottstown.
I think it was,
Hatfield.
which is near Pottsville.
Oh,
No, it's near
county seat?
Philadelphia.
just north of Philadelphia.
This pot came out of the county seat.
Yeah.
Turn left at the cow.
It flew right out of the Susquehanna.
I'm pretty sure there are parts of Philadelphia that smell like
Susquehanna.
Mighty.
But
because it may
okay,
flood
but
you.
if you know anything about Philadelphia, this
cheesesteaks.
Okay, besides
cheese sticks.
Besides
Statue.
the
Fresh
cheesesteaks, I know that Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, but there's still
They'll give you noogies. They're the kind of ruffle your head.
So you're saying
right.
This
So
beer embodies the people of Philadelphia.
I feel like I'm in Philly.
Like oxidation at the end of it. I don't know.
You're funny.
It's a little over the top for me.
Well, but again, this is
It is.
9.
It's supposed to be over the top.
But this volume, we're drinking 4 ounces or so each.
Yeah.
This volume's appropriate. It's
16 ounces of this.
I
would
do
be
feel like
better
this
than the
a
sweet
chore.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have a
3 yeast.
standing contract with Uber at this brewery.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you order more than 2,
Drink a
they
few.
build in.
You're gonna look like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you drink more than 2,
Or
they
this guy.
automatically. Yeah, exactly.
I think these beers are beers like you would really like at a beer fest because you're going to get a small pour
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh yeah,
Monster can,
Then you can
monster
go to
beer.
16
then you go over to Evergreen's, tent, and you try the wit beer,
Please
just to
give
kind
me
of
a Pilsner.
yeah,
Like, give me
have the Italian Pilsner. You're just
Palate cleanser. Yeah, I mean these beers are good and balanced. I don't personally drink a lot of like doubles and triple hazies, especially.
It does
But-
get you from point A to point B really fast.
Yeah.
yeah. If
You have
point
that
B
hard
is
day.
asleep,
Yes. Might have soiled myself in my pants on the couch. Yes. That's the point.
E to the Z, ooh, tweedle
Three yeasts.
disgusting.
But 3, I know that's really impressive.
That's strange, isn't it?
Well.
I mean, I know.
it's
Well, this is
impressive.
only 9 point something, but when Dogfish Head will do their crazy 18
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
percent
yeah,
beers,
yeah.
Oh.
you know,
Ninja.
they'll
Yeah.
That's sort
Throw
of
in
these
some
guys. Yeah,
beers, some more
that's
yeast
just-
strains in the middle of fermentation and keep it chugging.
Okay, but for what it is, okay, with 3 yeast, 3
Yeah.
hops,
Yeah,
like this whole, 3s, I think it is well executed.
Yeah, I
now,
agree.
is it for the faint of heart? No.
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 This is not where you introduce grandma to craft beer. Unless
No.
you want her to get hair on her chest.
hopheads though,
Sure.
and
Sure.
Heck
Like,
yeah, man.
folks that like the strong.
then they're really going to enjoy this
Haze
for what it
Bros.
is. Yeah. So what are we going to rate this? 3?
I mean,
okay.
it's the 3 to the
Three,
3.
three.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
so then go with the 3.
it'd be wrong.
No,
to
but it's a
rate
I rated
good
27.
yeah, it's a good solid 3. Okay.
Agreed.
So let's we got a bonus beer that we can do.
beer.
Right. And we're gonna do the Tawny Frogmouth NEIPA
Oh, good.
from Ever Grain. 7.5% ABV, down under hops paired with a sprinkle of Mosaic.
sprinkle.
Explode from the glass or plastic glass with aromas and flavors which we have not experienced before. Intense notes of passion fruit,
Gewürztraminer.
which I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up in a minute.
It's a sweet
It's a
German
white
wine.
wine.
Okay.
It's a very sweet German.
Honeysuckle and sweet Valencia orange.
I think that's
Those aren't descriptors you hear about. I mean, maybe sweet Valencia orange, but you don't hear those about hazies very often.
or honeysuckle. And,
Well,
Yeah.
okay, but to be fair, this
Passion fruit.
Not in a
is
bad way.
Passion
this
fruit.
is
Yeah, passion
hazy.
fruit.
This
passion
is
fruit.
hazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like Hawaiian punch.
But like a white wine and honeysuckle.
it's kind of weird. It's like this is almost sort of the same style as the last 2 beers, but it almost feels like a palate cleanser a little bit.
Oh my
It is-
God.
It is.
Thank
is.
God.
It is. No, and I love the contrast between these 2 breweries. that we've had,
Evergreen
you
is
know?
about restraint
Who made this
and
one?
techniques,
Evergreen.
and
This
like,
Evergreen. Oh,
Imprint
yeah.
is just
This
balls
is-
out. We're just
yeah.
going to do whatever,
Which, yeah, both are great.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This is just amazing though, because
This
when you look,
is
they're the same
nice and
style, but it's
soft.
so much more restrained and balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restrained and balanced. I'm not getting any of the Gewürztraminer, but
No, I'm
I
not
don't know
either,
about
yeah.
the wine,
No.
but
No.
No.
It tastes like kind of a, not typical, but, it's a hazy. But it hits those notes.
It's hazy with a little
Citrusy.
zhuzh to it to
Yeah.
make it off the beaten path, so
Yeah.
to speak.
yeah.
Which is nice, but again, not
Very well
like
balanced.
yeah, but not going against the Imprint. I mean, for those hopheads that are true, and we know that
Yeah.
they're still out there.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Imprint
Yeah.
is a great brewery for them because
Definitely.
oh my God,
For
if
sure.
you're a hop fiend, like these are
these are
Start pounding
awesome
those
for what they
cans.
are.
You
Right.
know, if you're just all aboard that hazy train all the time still, totally. That's
right.
where you, yeah.
No, and I'm like thrilled that they're doing something like it's over the top, but it's really good for what it is.
it's hop tourism. Like if you just want to
Yeah.
get on there and just experience.
And I guess that's the direction Haze will expand in, right? It's just
I think,
bigger beers,
I think
more.
they're there.
More
Yeah.
extreme.
It's like the
I mean,
universe. It just
the
keeps
can you want to
expanding.
trade and trade
Yeah,
for.
for sure.
fast.
Looks good.
but
'Cause I
at
bet
the
that would
This is
fall off
this
fast.
is this is
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah,
It's soft.
those beers don't
Yeah.
go. Those don't last.
But
very
at the
long.
same time, you can
got a
have a
little-
brewery like Evergreen that kind of dials it down a little, and
Yeah.
goes outside the box, but still
Yeah.
it's within.
They've got
Oh,
your
that's
everyday
nice.
drinkers.
And Imprint is like their brand, like the labels, everything about it just fits with their brand.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what
It
it
is.
is.
It's
spot
perfect.
on.
They're not
Right.
pretending to be subtle and then
No,
Right.
no.
they're in your face.
Whereas Evergreen is a little bit more on the
Traditional
subtlety.
and
restrained, like Sparky said.
Okay, so for this bonus beer, what are we going to rate the Tawny Frogmouth? Yeah, this is a good solid 4.
Yeah. It's got a nice little bitterness that sort of falls off really quickly.
Just gives you what you want and goes away.
Yeah, it really does. That's a great keeper, Jim. Great.
It gets you where you needs to be and then just lets go. I think this was a really cool episode. I mean, yes, it was 2 breweries, but
I think it was the bee's knees.
Yeah, it was like the perfect combination of
the cat's pajamas.
Yeah.
The dogs.
Wild men and
dogs bollocks.
The dog's bollocks.
No, but it's like what 2 breweries can do and do
good.
things correctly in their own way.
Yeah.
And they're different, but there's nothing wrong with
And
it.
the execution's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And I would go to both of these places.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up. So, good old Boy Caperton. Thank you for
this
being
has
here.
been great. Yeah.
Good old Boy Sparky.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Yay. Good old Boy Tim.
Yeah, thanks until I can get to the county seat. Thanks for bringing it to me.
Left at the cow.
Good old Boy Dave.
Hey, thank you for stuff.
And things. This is good old Gal Juliana. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Keep on chuggling, and we'll catch you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're listening to us online, do yourself a favor and tap the subscribe button.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
The easiest way to listen to our show is to ask Siri, Alexa, Google, Uncle Larry, or whoever it is that talks to you on your phone, play podcast Sip, Suds, and Smokes. We love your feedback, and you can reach us at info@sipsudsandsmokes.com. Our tasting notes flow out on Twitter and Instagram with our handle @SipSudsAndSmokes, and our Facebook page is always buzzing with lots of news. You'll also be able to interact with the thousands,
Millions and millions
of other fans on those social media platforms. Do us a favor. Take the time to rate this episode if you're listening to us online. That's a big help to us, and we get to see your feedback as well. Come back, join us for another episode, and keep on sipping.
This has been a One Tan Hand production of Sip, Suds, and Smokes, a program devoted to the appreciation of some of the finer slices of life. From the Dude in the Basement Studios, your hosts, the Good Old Boys, will see you all next time.